All right, then. So today we're going to be checking out August D with this one here, which I do not know how to say. Haegeum? No idea. But you guys told me to check this one out, or someone did in the comments, and it got a fair bit of likes. This is Sugar from BTS, right? How do you say it? Sugar or Sugar? Sugar. I'm going to go with Sugar, just because I like that. Anyway, I've never seen anything under August D. I'm assuming that's his alias for when he's solo, maybe. You guys clue me in. Let me know what I don't know. But let's see what this is saying. Let's check it out. Make sure that 4K is on. When was this? 2023. So we got a movie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 이 노래는 흑음, yeah. 올라타봐 지금, yeah. 복잡되는 리듬.
Hold on a minute. I wasn't expecting him to come like that. But I mean, off the dribble. Okay, hold on. He's just murdered someone. He means business. But he just said this song is a, and then here this could be a new kind of Haegeum. So I'm gonna have to define Haegeum. What does it mean? What is a traditional Korean string instrument resembling a vertical fiddle with 2 strings? So what does it mean in this? What's the sound of it? High pitch. It must mean something in the context for this, which I'm not understanding, which you guys might explain to me, which also I might understand, but the more I just listen and don't pause, I know what you guys are thinking. Let's reload that. It's on his John Wick shit, but with chopsticks instead of a gun.
Yeah. 이 노래는 흑음, yeah. 올라타봐 지금, yeah. 복잡되는 리듬, 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 흑음, yeah. 이 노래는 흑음, yeah. 올라타봐 지금, yeah. 복잡되는 리듬, 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 흑음, yeah. 이 노래는 흑음, yeah. 올라타봐 지금, yeah. 복잡되는 리듬, 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 흑음, yeah. 해석되는 자유, yeah.
That's cold.
소리는 out, yeah. 표현들의 자유, 어쩌면 누군가의 조금 살고 그만 자유일런지 당신의 판단과 추측이 확실한 신념들이 있는지 당신의 자유와 타인의 자유가 동일하다 믿는지 그렇다면 주저 말고 올라타봐 금지된 것들로부터 해봐 각자의 취향조차 이해들을 못하는 불행한 이 시대를 살아가는 이들을 위한 이 노래는 금지된 것을 푸는 것뿐이지 허나 자유와 방종의 차이점은 부디 구분하기 이 노래는 흑음 올라타봐 지금 복잡되는 리듬 또 다른 흑음 이 노래는 흑음 yeah. 올라타봐 지금 yeah. 복잡되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 흑음 yeah. 이 노래는 흑음 yeah.
I would never think for a second that and this is for someone who the naivety for me to think before I started reacting to any like K-pop stuff. Yeah, I genuinely thought that like it's not that I thought it all sounded the same, but I just didn't know that there was this much variety at all. I didn't know that there was this much variety within the groups, within the individuals from the groups. I mean, obviously it makes sense. Why would there not be, right? But for someone from the outside like I was, where I only listened to like UK stuff and American stuff, it's now that I'm actually diving more deep into it, I'm like, holy shit, there's another whole world of music out there that I listened to French rap for a very long time as well. That's how this channel started. I listened to French rap for like 3-4 years. So I knew it was elsewhere, but I mean, okay, hold on. I'm bringing that back and I'm reading what he said here. So this song is a Haegeum. So Haegeum is how you say it, I guess. Haegeum. I might not be pronouncing it perfectly, but that's how I'm going to say it. Get on board now. This lively rhythm. Perhaps this could be a new kind of Haegeum. That's kind of that works in English there. That's cold. This song's a Haegeum. Get on board now. This lively rhythm. And then he comes to the verse. Interpretation is free for all. Out with the nonsense. Freedom of expression. Could be the reason for somebody's death. Could you still could you still consider that freedom? If your convictions are reflected in your judgment and speculations, and you believe that your freedom is on the same level as others, then don't hesitate, just get on board. Liberation from all that's forbidden. For all those living in these unfortunate times who don't even understand their own tastes, this song's simply about freeing what's forbidden. But remember, but you must remember to differentiate freedom from self-indulgence. This song's a I've forgotten how to say the word. Hungum. This song's a hungum. I'm still very confused about this song's a hungum, and it sounds like hungum, lively. This song's a hungum. You guys are gonna need to explain that to me, or maybe I'll watch it. Hold on a minute. I'm just gonna do this now, and I'm gonna watch it afterwards if it is a thing, which it probably will be a thing. Explained. Sometimes you guys told me to put like explained at the end of it, and then there's like actual breakdowns, and they're really good. Meaning and story explained. There's like certain people that do it. Explained by a Korean. But that's not the song though. It's this guy. Yeah, I've reacted to this guy before. And he explains them so well. Alright, well there isn't an actual one. There's this, I guess. But I can watch that in my own time. That's 10 minutes and it seems to be text. Anyway, I'm waffling. I know you guys can skip ahead if you want to get to the bit where I replay the song. But just going back to this bit here. So what exactly is he alluding to here? Freedom of speech? What exactly is it? You can be free to do something, and then that freedom, so-called freedom, can get you in trouble, and then it's not really freedom anymore, type B? That's what I got from that, at least. The freedom is, you know... And if you believe your freedom's on the same level as others, and don't hesitate, just get on board. And then talking about people living in unfortunate times, you don't even know their own taste. Maybe people, like, don't know what they want. Don't know what they want to do with themselves, with their lives, even though they've got they've got all the freedom they have, you know, freedom of speech wherever they're living, but maybe they actually don't have freedom because we're being controlled by shit. Very confusing. Anyway, I'm gonna let it play. This hook is absolutely unbelievable, and the beat. Don't get me started on the beat. Below there, you got the 808s in the background as well. That. 머리 앞에 각종 오인수는 눈을 가리고 이제는 생각에 좌우졌죠 범의 각종 논란들은 판단들의 혼란들을 야기시키고 또 쉴 틈 없이 생산되네 과연을 금지시킨 건 무엇일까 어쩌면 우리 자신 아닐까 자본의 노예 돈들의 노예 중고심과 편견 혐오의 노예 유튜브의 노예 플렉스의 노예 이기심과 탐욕이 미쳐나지는 눈 감으면 편해 모든 게 뻔해 이득에 따라서 뻔히 갈리는 결의 시기와 질투에 다들 말해놓은 둘이 먼에 서로가 서로에게 족쇄를 거는 것도 모른 채 정보의 쓰나미에서 쓸려내려 가지 말길 우린 자유와 방종의 차이지만 모두 구분하니 이 노래는 해금 올라타봐 지금 복작되는 리듬 Oh shit. He's gonna do himself in. He's gonna put himself in a spliff. Drowning in a tub of money. 이 노래는 해금 올라타봐 지금 복작되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 이 노래는 해금 This hook is fire, man. 복작되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 이 노래는 해금 올라타봐 지금 복작되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 이 노래는 해금 올라타봐 지금 복작되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 So what's he doing there? Like fighting his own demons? You're at a battle with yourself? The video is interesting. He's moving like the Joker here, Heath Ledger. Hanging out the police car. Famous scene in The Dark Knight, that is. Wait, was he who he took the chopsticks off?
또 다른 해금.
Wait a minute. I'm bringing that back to the beginning here. I want to see something. No, it wasn't him. I was going to say, if that was him down there as well, that would have been fucking crazy. But, like, same scenario. He went into the same scenario as what the other guy was in there. I'm going to read that second verse. Because it was getting deep. It was getting deep. Okay. Get on board now, this lively rhythm. Practice new Haegeum. Endless influx of information prohibits freedom of imagination and seeks conformity of thought. That is just a crazy sentence to hear in a fucking song I've ever... Fucking hell, you got a spoken word going on here? Is this a dissertation? Endless influx of information prohibits the freedom of imagination and seeks conformity of thought. Basically saying that, like, because we've got everything at our fingertips and, you know, we've got all the information that we could ever have in this world, maybe it prohibits the freedom of imagination. To be imaginative, to think of something new, to be creative has almost become impossible for some and incredibly hard for others. I feel like it's very hard. I think about this all the time. I'm like trying to think of something new, something that hasn't been done, and I can't do it. I genuinely can't do it. And if you can try to think of something that hasn't been done, go Google it, and then you're like, oh fuck, someone's already done it or thought of it. It's kind of mad. Like, it's insane. All these painful noises blind you, and now it even infringes on freedom of thought. All the controversy incessantly triggers confusion in judgment. Really, what is it exactly that's been restricting us? Maybe we do it to ourselves. Slaves to capitalism, slaves to money, slaves to hatred and prejudice, slaves to YouTube, slaves to flexing. That slaves to YouTube one, that's quite interesting. Now, the only thing that I can think of what that means, slaves to YouTube in particular, of all the other ones, slaves to money, slaves to flexing, slaves to capitalism, kind of speak for themselves. Slaves to YouTube, that's a very interesting one. Maybe it's a case of, because like for us, the normal people, if we're not musicians, if we're not content creators, I mean, I make this, but this is like more of a hobby over something that, because I don't need to make reaction videos. Like there's no need for me to make reaction videos. Like with my actual profession, with my 9 to 5, I do marketing. There was no need for me to make reaction videos. Whereas him as an artist, he needs to make music videos, kind of, and he needs to put them on YouTube. Maybe is that what he's alluding to there? Because if you put them elsewhere, like you've missed out, like what's this? 100 million? You've immediately missed out on 100 million views. Plus every other song he's in, plus his whole career, plus BTS, plus the groups, plus the labels, plus the advertising. He's a slave to YouTube himself. He has to upload this on YouTube. If he doesn't, he's missed out on everything. Because in the same time, he's a slave to the money, which is why he's a slave to YouTube, which in turn is a slave to flexing. Maybe it's a whole like thing. That's the only thing I can think when it comes to YouTube from the perspective of being a creator. Like you have to be on this platform because it's like the biggest platform worldwide for like sharing content in like long form, short form, music, all the arts. Like I can't think of what other sense that could kind of be, and I can't think of another argument for it myself. Not off the top of my head, at least, because there's like you don't need to watch YouTube for the consumer. You're not a slave to YouTube at all. Why do you need to watch YouTube? Yes, because all your favorite creators are on there, but that's because you want to watch YouTube. You're not a slave to it. You don't give YouTube any money unless you pay premium. You're technically paying the advertisers watching the videos if you don't have premium or if you haven't got ad block or whatever. But I wouldn't really say you're a slave to it. I'd say it's more from the creation side. But anyway, that's a ramble on that. I just thought that was very interesting. Let me know if you've got a completely different interpretation. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe we're all right and it's just because it's an interpretative thing. He said that earlier. Anyway, selfishness and greed have gone off the rails. I close my eyes. And it's easy, it's also obvious. Opinions clearly split depending on what's to gain. Everyone's been blinded by envy and jealousy. Facts. Without realizing that they're putting shackles on each other. Don't get swept away by this tsunami of info. That's fucking deep. Because we all differentiate freedom from self-indulgence. And then he goes into the hook there. That last bit there is that's real, man. Opinions clearly split depending on what's to gain. Everyone's been blinded by envy and jet. Some of the realest lyrics I've read in a long time. Holy shit. And then I think it just goes into the hook. And then into the hook. Sorry, I've got a cough. I'm trying to get rid of it. I went to the doctor. It's got some medication. But yeah, no, that's a fucking banger, man. It's deep as well. It's deep. Oh my lord. Holy shit. This is August D's world and we're just living in it. You guys let me know what you want me to react to next. Anything else from Sugar, from August D? Anything else from any of the people from BTS or BTS as a group? I will get back into it. It's got to the point now where I'm reacting to so many different artists, group, and individuals that, like, it's hard for... Sometimes I don't react to certain things for, like, weeks or, like, a month, and I don't even mean to. Like, I just get caught up in everything else. I really don't mean to. Whereas, like, before, when I was making videos years ago, I had, like, a certain set of artists, and I kind of just cycled through them. But now I've got so many, it's tough to keep up sometimes. But anyway, that was a banger. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what I should react to. And I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.